What up YouTube, it's Missouri's Company. In today's video, we're covering the patch notes that just came out yesterday in Diablo Immortal. There's actually a decent amount of information in this. Some of it might even be a little tilting and or controversial. So we're going to cover all of it. I'll give you my opinions. And of course, at the end, I'm going to ask for your feedback in the comment section below so we can have a healthy, keynote here, healthy conversation about anything you maybe agree or disagree with in these patch notes. So let's get straight to it right now. So seek abundance and Tong Shi's renewal. So it is the Chinese New Year timeline-ish, I believe, which is why a lot of this is the way that it is. So this update is coming on January 30th and 31st to everyone else, which is either today or tomorrow by the time you see this video. First things first, we have the Tong Shi Renewal Limit LTE, or Limited Time Event, which is going to be good from January 31st, the time of the update, at 3 a.m. until February 25th, so the whole month. Wow, that's actually a long time. Players can complete up to 5 tasks a day to earn festive rewards such as red bags and Tyson. How the f do you say this? We're not starting this off. We're not starting it off like this. We're not. We're going to do it right, guys, because I get torched. I get literally torched every single video for not saying things right. How do you say? Is it time, essentially? No. Ah, shit. I want to know how to say this. Fuck. Shit. No, it's not here. All right. How do you say time? How do you say a meme? I don't know. All right, whatever. Red bags. Fuck. Don't torch me. I know it's coming, but don't do it. I tried. Okay, guys, I tried. We're getting red bags. Moving on. The 5 tasks to complete for rewards include dungeons, elder rifts, killing elite monsters and bounties, defeating Jin Gun, who becomes available to destroy on February 9th. Complete these tasks to earn you red bags. There is no limit to the number of times you can complete these tasks for rewards, but there is a weekly limit for how many rewards you can earn, to a limit of 30 bags and 100 red bags each week that Tong Shi renewal is active. So there is a limit. Why would we even say there's no limit if there is factually a limit? Like, what are we doing? All right, we're not. We're in a good mood. We're not starting the video off like this. All right, so you red bag sent. Okay, so you get some gems. Cool. Moving on. Red bags, blah 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 blah. All right, completing daily events can also yield you the red bags. Each time you contribute the red bags, you'll receive a random reward: gold scrap, gold glowing shards, and gems. Cool. All right, Jin Gun. Players can also receive rewards such as Bound Legendary Crest and Spark Cask for logging in on a following day's February. Oh, so these are kind of like the Christmas events. So that's cool. I don't know the importance of these dates. I don't know if they're important to Chinese New Year. If you know, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, there you go. All right, cool. So Jin Gun, Eater of Mountains. Wow, he sounds sick. From January 31st to February 8th, band together with fellow adventurers and hunt down the fabled terror Jin Gun. Hopefully I'm saying his name right. Eater of Mountains. While the hunt of Jin Gun is afoot, you can complete a daily task that transport you outside of the world of Sanctuary to locate signs of Jin Gun, which rewards you with gold, scrap, and dust. Once he is found on February 8th, you'll be able to claim 3 rare crests. That's it? Oh, and begin creating raids to fight Jin Gun. That's cool. Your first vanquishing of Jin Gun grants 1 Telluric Pearl and 1 random legendary item. Ah, that's cool. I like that. So it turns into basically a LTE raid. I like that. That's a different approach. I like that a lot. What in the what? Howler Hunt limited time event, also known as apparently Fractured Plane. Obviously a typo, guys. Don't worry. I got it. I might not know how to say, fucking, where is it? Whatever this. We might not be able to say this, but we can catch when there is a typo, all right? All right, let's zoom this back in a little bit. All right, so this is the essentially, I read this already. So from January 31st to February 14th, available to anyone above level 30 and above, you'll have to be tasked with obtaining sacred energy. It is exactly like I thought it was, which is just like Among Us. So you will go in as a party of 4, and one of you will be this like werewolf type thing and a howler, and you have to sabotage the other 3 people while acting as if you're one of them. You can turn into a howler at any point and kill someone, but there is a long cooldown the more people you kill, and if they see you, obviously they can be like, howler, bad. And then after you complete each task, you can vote. So it's a free to play Among Us within Diablo Immortal that allows you to strategically like go in and like try to outsmart people. I love this. I was a sociology dying. Oh God. Before I graduated with my business degree, I was actually studying sociology and psychology. These types of games are so cool. I've played so many games like this, including Among Us, and I'm really actually genuinely, not just because I'm a content creator and like hashtag Diablo partner, like I'm genuinely excited because I know some like for whatever reason, now that I'm like, all right, hold on, let's talk about this. For whatever reason, now that I'm a hashtag Diablo partner, people act like I'm a shill, you know, like I'm not going to give you my honest opinion. If it sucks, it sucks. If it says fractured plane, I'm going to call that out. I also might not be able to say this fucking word, but, you know? Anyway, moving on. So anyway, I think this is going to be a really cool event. My hope, it doesn't call it out anywhere, but I hope you can go into this as a group. Like, I think it'd be so cool to go in with your warband, like people you know, and try to like, you know, persuade them or outsmart them or trick them. Like, oh God, that would be so cool. I'm just double checking to make sure it doesn't say anything. Yeah, so it doesn't say anything about going in, but you can vote out each other. You're band together to find the sacred energy. The Howler's goal is to literally like sabotage and then eventually kill everyone. So yeah, cool. I really am looking forward to this. Hopefully it's well done. And again, hopefully it's with people that you can party with, because like that, like it's a party game, right? I mean, Among Us was popular because it was a party game, because you can go in there with people you know who know you and maybe know how you lie, and then you have to like change on the fly like how you lie. You know, oh my God, I can't wait. Moving on, returning events, Trial of the Horde is going to be here February 2nd to the 9th. Wait a minute, hold on. I missed something. So they do say that because of the Chinese New Year, there will not be another update in 2 weeks. It'll now be in 3 weeks. Okay, so FYI, it will go a week longer without an update, which is fine because there's a lot of stuff in this. All right, so there's the Howler stuff. Trial of the Hordes will be here February 2nd through February 9th. So again, a week, which means that we're going to probably have one of these styles of event as well. So this is from February 3rd to the 10th. This is all clans on deck. Fractured Plane will start right when the Trial of the Horde ends. So it goes Fractured Plane. It goes Trial of the Horde, Fractured Plane. Hungry Moon will offset with all clans on deck. I really like they're doing this. And then Conqueror will, of course... Oh, wait. February 9th? Is that right? So they're going to have Fractured Plane and Conqueror up at the same time? Interesting. And then once Conqueror ends, February 16th, is when Wild Brawl will start. Same with Shady Stock, offsetting the other ones. All right, rise to meet new challenges and returning events. So Tongshi's renewal is but one of many causes of celebration. Special modifiers will breathe new intensity. Ooh. 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 And excitement into Conqueror, Fractured Plane, Trial of the Hordes, and Wild Brawl events during the duration. That's actually cool. So 2 random modifiers from the list below will be in effect for each match, and all players in the match will be experience the same modifier. So Chain Lightning, players' attacks call Chain Lightning. Okay, Frenzy attack speed is increased. Rend and Tear, players' attacks cause the enemy to bleed after 3 hits. Interesting. Holy Vengeance. Players sometimes explode with Holy Vengeance. Will to survive. Players take 5% reduced damage for every 10% life they have lost. Hit and run. Every 5 yards, players move without stopping. Increases skill damage by 10%. That one's going to be fun, especially if it's in Wild Brawl. Fleet-footed. Players' movement speed increased by 20. That will also be fun. Although 20% is not as, like, that's not incredibly high. Pursuit of Victory. Killing enemies grant 30% movement and attack speed increase for 2 seconds. That's going to be hella fun in Trial of the Horde. Ultimate Overflow. Players' ultimate skills charge faster. Okay. Shockwave. Players' attacks have a chance to trigger a shockwave. Dirty Tricks. Players periodically blind surrounding enemies. Interesting. Terrified. Monsters will flee in fear when damage below 50% health. That is going to suck for Trial of the Horde. Sacrificial power. Skills have reduced cooldowns but cost life. Whoa. I like it. That's going to be fun in PvP game modes. Like, oh, that's cool. Lookout. Monsters sense players more easily. Whatever. Flurry. Players gain stacks of flurry that increase attack speed when dealing damage to monsters. Okay. Combo. Activating the empowered skill refreshes its cooldown. Oh, this is kind of like the dungeon one where it'll light up yellow, like as it's the targeted skill, you get like that yellow ring or whatever. And if you click it, it get instantly like cooldown refreshed. Okay, that's kind of cool. We got the Battle Pass, Season 23 Battle Pass, The Consumed. Again, kind of keep into that Chinese theme. She has a fish on her head. Fun fact, just an observation. Barbarian looks sick as always. He's like red skinned. That's like, pause. He has red skin. That's not political, right? Moving past it. He's red. How about that? She still has a fish on her head. That helmet looks really cool for the Crusader. It's the Demon Hunter. They always look cool. That looks like the Blood Knight with his whatever in the background. And she has a fish on her head. So this will be active from February 15th. What class has the fish on its head? Oh, it's the Wizard. Motherfucker. Every time. We just get shafted. Wizard always gets shafted. Pause. February 15th at 3 a.m. is when the new Battle Pass will start. Cool. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, okay. Reigning Harmony Phantom Market. So we are actually getting a Phantom Market. I thought this would be one of those like 1600 whatever skins, but apparently it's not. Interesting. You do not know... Okay, yeah, that's all the lore. So on January 31st, so when this update comes out, there will be a new Phantom Market. I'm not going to lie, guys. I thought I wasn't going to like do anything else with Phantom Markets anymore. These skins look sick. And I know they look different in-game compared to like what they are on this picture, but like the jackness of like all these people, like even the girls, like they're all really sick looking. I like it a lot. It is, I think Echo or someone said it was like anime almost themed, and I would agree. I don't love the like the fists, or not the hammer that they're using for the barbarian, but the wizard, if that's the wizard, it might be the necro, because I think that might be a shield. Fuck. Is that the wizard? Either way, either one of these, that has to be the wizard. Okay, so that's the necro. They look cool. I actually want to see what this looks like in game. We'll see. All right, we'll see. So then you can see all the different drop rates for this. Again, we know what these are, these Phantom Markets. We don't need to cover it. But this is, I mentioned in the beginning of the video that there could be something controversial, and this was it. The Lunar Splendor. Now, if you just take away the L. Spender. Phantom Gallery. Again, take away the L. It is truly going to be a Spender Phantom Market. So the Lunar Spender Gallery is a festive way for players to acquire legendary gems, legendary crests, familiar contracts, and more, starting February 4th. So a few days after the update comes out. You can use Litra, which is a new currency exclusive to the Lunar Spender Market. Players will purchase the ability to draw one item at random from the available item pool. There are 10 items total. Each one can only be acquired once. Okay, so it is different-ish. Each time you draw an item, the cost of the next draw will increase. Performing 10 guarantees you that you will receive all available items in the pool, plus the firework vendor contract, which is, damn it, only valid for 60 days, which summons a firework vendor that will allow you in a safe zone will follow you in a safe zone and launch your choice of fireworks. So this is obviously like a peacock. So obviously you can choose different animals. I love this. This is super cool. Obviously, a lot of development goes into it. You're adding a vendor that follows you in safe areas. You have all this artwork that you have on the different fireworks that you get to choose from. Why only 60 days? I hate that. Like, let us be able to show that off year round. Like, when you have limited time a limited time to earn something like this, but you show it off year round, it entices players to want to play all the time because they don't want to miss out on getting one of those limited time things, especially something like this. Like, that would be cool year round. And I can tell you, if I'm a new player and I come into the game and I see someone like, spamming ostriches or whatever this is, peacocks, or a lion or something cool, like it's gonna start a conversation that I'm like, whoa, where did you get that? And they're like, oh, it was a really cool limited time event that they had for Chinese New Year back in 2024. Oh, cool. I want to make sure that I'm here for Chinese New Year on whatever year it is so that I can get that cool thing too, since he showed me that. You know what I mean? Like, it just keeps it fresh all the time. It just feels, I really don't like that. If someone has a good reason, I actually would be very interested in hearing why someone thinks that they do this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's probably one of my biggest pet peeves. But anyway, the idea of this sounds really interesting. So players can also earn additional rewards on draw 2, 4, 7, and 9. So there is only 10 items. They can only be obtained once each, okay? Once each, which is going to make it really interesting when we look at the items. So these are additional things you can get once you do the draw. So if you do draw 2, 4, 7, and 9, you get these items. So 2 draws, you get an aberrant darkling vessel. So you get a pet, an aberrant pet, which is sick. Hopefully level 30. At 4 draws, you get 1,000 eternal orbs. So that will likely be the low spending, most efficient thing to do, like the last one of these that we had. At 7, you get Maw of the Deep, a 5-star legendary gem. That's insane. That's really good. And then at 9, you get 11 legendary crest. Now, I thought for sure that the rewards are going to be kind of like the last event that we had, but they're actually not. So there will be, obviously, unspent literal will be removed once the Phantom Gallery ends. Because items from the Lunar Splendor Phantom Gallery are acquired randomly per draw, we want to provide players with the initial draw rates for each item to aid in deciding if they would like to engage with the event past their first free draw. Okay, whoa, okay, so hold on. If you get the aberrant pet at 2 and you get 1 free draw, that means you definitely want to at least go to 2 to get the aberrant pet, and then 4 probably just makes sense depending on the cost of the eternal orbs, because it could be similar where you just get your orbs back. Interesting. And that's halfway through. But if you look at this is what's insane. This is what's actually crazy. So this is the pool of items you can get. So 2-star legendary gem, the Igneous Scorn. So it's a 2-star legendary gem. All right, that's the worst thing you can get. That's not bad. Next is a familiar contract. I would argue that's worse. Not gonna lie. Next up is, and look at the percents, right? It gets pretty crazy, but legendary crest. And you can, so in what they said was you only get them 1 time each. Each can only be acquired once. So this means after you acquire this one, it's similar to the Phantom Market where it'll continue to go up. Oh, that's where it is. Got it. Understood. I said it out loud. So it's literally the Phantom Market. So it'll probably be $170. Understood, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's $170. There you go. So it'll be $170 to max this out. There you go. We figured it out. So you get legendary crest at the 3rd option. Bound gem fragments times 30, which isn't a lot. I mean, it's enough. Another 5-star legendary gem, Maw of the Deep. 15 legendary crest. Masterwork gem crest. I think this is the one where you pick 6 and then you get one of the 6 for both of those. And then this is the greater one, is I think where you get to pick a legendary gem. And then the top one is 25 legendary crest. Oh, whoa, we're hacking. Don't ban me now. We're hacking. Jesus. I'm in rare form today. Got back from the gym, was feeling good, and this is the result. Okay, so basically we get 2 events that are going to cost you a lot of money back to back. If you are a spender anyway, this makes the most sense, right? I mean, if you're going to be spending in the game, these are very, very good items that you would get in addition to this stuff. So you're going to get what? How many legendary crests is that? 10, 21, 36. I said 36. That's 50, 61. 61 legendary crests, which is crazy. You're going to get 1 5-star, 2 5-star, 3 5-star, 4 5-stars. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you're a spender, that makes a lot of sense. If not, then don't. Mirror Jewels Elder Rift enhancement. Wait a minute. Oh, no way, it came back. I actually somehow skipped this when I was skimming it earlier. So one time you can get a duplicate of whatever you get. Can I have that many legendary crests? So from February 9th to the 13th server time, you can toggle on Mirror Jewels before you begin an Elder Rift run. Just for that run, every legendary gem you receive as a reward will be accompanied by an additional random legendary gem. Now, if you don't know, guys, if you click on this button in game right here, it changed it so you can see all, not just like the recent ones, but all of them. So you can figure out where you are in your pity. And in fact, I might make a whole video about that because this is I want to make sure people get enough value to guarantee you double 5-star legendary gems if you're interested in doing that. So I'll cover that in a different video. Featured updates, familiar optimization. Previously, familiars were not picking up items or following players in a timely manner. With the update, familiars have had their movement speed adjusted to speed up when further away from the players and to slow down as they approach the player. Pickup speed for items has also been increased, which is aimed to reduce player inconvenience when trying to pick up items. This was a lot of feedback that the Diablo partners had provided, so this is a good change. I'm glad they did that so quickly because, again, that just kind of happened. Additionally, you can now basically toggle aggressive or not aggressive. You can determine how confrontational, it's a good word for it, how confrontational your familiar will be. So attackers attack aggressive, they will proactively attack enemies, and defensive, they will only attack when you have been attacked first. So there's that. Lastly, familiar stones have been further optimized, making them more effective and keeping the best skills and attributes on your familiar. This is a good change. I feel bad for anyone that wasted all of their familiar stones though. So sorry about that. This one is interesting. So familiar melding. When melding two familiars together, automatic recommendations will be shown to the player on a summary screen. The recommendation can either be accepted or players can click or tap the edit button to manually tune their selections. Once the player has confirmed they are comfortable with either of these methods, the finalized familiar will be shown and the meld will have been completed. So if this is true, if you can truly meld and make your perfect familiar, people are going to have way more legendaries. In fact, I might even cover this in a different video too, because you can prepare for this now. Well, by the time I post a video, it will already be live, but you can really min-max. So people who are at 169, is that what the trait is? Yeah, when you're at 169 and you to make it legendary to be 170 and they're aberrant, in theory, you could exchange your attributes to a non-aberrant. Hear me out. So this Ash Sweeper. Let's say it's 169 of whatever this one is. You could now transfer the attributes to a original or regular familiar, because keep in mind you cannot meld aberrant. So keep this one, get a different Ash Sweeper that is not aberrant, exchange the attributes so that you get a level 169 original Ash Sweeper, and then with this new melding, it sounds like you can choose to manually increase a certain trait. And if that is the case, if I'm understanding it right, you can then make a legendary on an original Ash Sweeper and then exchange attributes back to your aberrant, thus making it a legendary. That's sick, especially as someone who has a 169 aberrant and is very upset that it's not legendary. So this is cool. I like this. So familiars in the Grand Market. So after listing a familiar in the Grand Market, it will take a few hours before the listing appears to other players. I don't know if that's a typo or if that's working as intended. I thought it was going to be similar to the legendary gems where you see it posted, but it's not purchasable right away. I don't know. We'll see. Familiar view. Finally, I love this. It's the little things for me. I don't know what that sound was. But you can now view other players' familiars, so you can see that it'll be right above your gear, and you can actually just click on it. I don't know where it would be because this is technically over here when you're on, because this person is, for whatever reason, doesn't have the double. Yeah, I don't know. This is over here right now if you're past Paragon or like Inferno difficulty, since you have double main hands and double off hands. So either they're moving it over here again, or this is only for, I don't know. Either way, it'll be a button you can click on when you are previewing a player to see what they look like, which is awesome. Which is also good for whales, because not just whales, but anyone that likes to show off their familiar, now you can show off your familiar. Because I don't know if anyone knows this, like everyone knows this. Whales exist because they like to be stronger or better than other people, and I don't mean that as a derogatory thing, but they like to be able to show it off. So really there was no reason to have a legendary familiar except for having really awesome traits and passive skills, but now you can really show it off, so that's cool. I like that a lot, and I promise I'm not being condescending. That sounded condescending, and I promise I'm not. But whatever, people are going to get offended. New bounties. 13 new bounties have been added to the new zone, set out to rid Sanctuary of these vile threats. All right, cool. So this is really cool, but like, can we talk about the Shadow Quest? I'm really tired of those. I would love 13 new Shadow Quest. Bounties are fine. The Shadow Quest are terrible. Moving on. PC text chat. I didn't think I would get excited about this, but I am so excited. So, chatbot text. This is only for PC. It sounds okay. It says it right there. Chatbot text can now be selected with your mouse or keyboard shortcuts. Thank God. Copying, cutting, and pasting text is now supported. Fantastic. Pressing the tab button while in the chat box will now move forward through the list of available chat channels. Shift tab will move backwards through the list of chat channels, so you can literally toggle now between the chat boxes. And Shift R can be used to respond to your latest whisper. Fantastic. I love that. The escape key will now deselect the chat box. Fantastic changes. I love that. Fantastic. I cannot tell you how many whispers I get from you guys saying like, oh, are you the misery from YouTube? And I'm like, hey, yes. But I can also tell you how many times I don't realize that it's like in the PvP chat because it's the same color. So now I can just Shift R and see if it's a actual whisper or not. I love that. Region-specific game editions, familiar password lock. They're going to put passwords on the China version, so that way you don't delete your stuff. I don't know why when you have the ability to lock them, you would need a full password, but people were asking about this, apparently, and it's not coming to other regions, so whatever. Survivor's Bane updates rewards will now be based upon kill count instead of combat duration, and then a variety of skills have been strengthened. In endless mode, players will see a menu option roughly every 12, 17, 22, and 27 minutes that give you the option to basically exit and claim the rewards, or to continue playing. If they continue, the enemies will get stronger. These will likely come to the rest of the regions once they get additional information. Again, testing it in China, and then we'll come over here. I'm fine with that. I also don't really care for that one, so I'm not offended. That's it for the update, guys. This video was a little bit longer than I had intended it, but again, I had a little fun making it, so hopefully you had fun watching it. And again, I think there's some additional content here that I need to cover, just kind of really min-max your account or help you with it, especially around the familiar. So hopefully you do enjoy this video and you liked it, because it costs you nothing. It helps me out a great deal. Like the video, consider subscribing if you want to see more daily Diablo Immortal content. And until next time, guys, I hope to see you in a video soon.